there are a lot of fun playing T20, but test cricket is something which every cricketer want to play, and we have to get back test cricket in women cricket because it's very important for women cricket.
Yes, that is the topic of today's video. For every test a woman play, male cricketers get to play 36 tests. This year, the women's tally of test matches will be 3. Meanwhile, men have played 29 matches when we put full stop to 2023. This is a sad reality because female players have for a long time been advocating to play more test matches, among them Harmanpreet Kaur and Lanning. To put it into perspective, since 1st of January 2000, men have played over 1800 test matches. But women during the same time period have only managed to play 51 test matches. This means that for each and every test women play, men get to play 36 test matches. Among so-called test nations, England is topping chart with 27 test matches, followed by Australia and India. These three nations are the only one who have surpassed the double digits in the number of test matches they have played since 2000s. Because fourth on list is South Africa. They have played 6 test matches. But then you wonder, why do women do not get to play so many test matches? I asked ChatGPT and it said that international test cricket for women is not as developed as it is for men. This is primarily due to a lack of investment and support for the women's game. ChatGPT has a point here because if you look around the globe among the test playing nations, none of them provide a domestic circuit which includes first class cricket for women. The only cricket women get to play is limited overs. This means that they are not exposed to the longest format of the game. In India, last time red ball cricket was played for women was back in 2017-2018, and this is the case all around the globe, whether it's England, Australia, South Africa, or New Zealand. None of the boards offer red ball cricket in their domestic circuit. So to answer my question, why do women do not get to play test matches? The answer is simple. The boards do not prioritize test matches or red ball cricket. The results are there to be shown for everyone. There is neither a first class structure for red ball game nor the boards are scheduling more test matches for their women's team. So why is red ball cricket not prioritized? It could be that red ball cricket is expensive to arrange, hence the revenue will not be huge, at least as of now. Another reason could be that to grow and increase participants, the board prefer focusing on the shorter format of the game, like T20, which they feel is relatively easier to lure in more cricketers compared to red ball cricket where the skill set is totally different. In my eyes, this argument suits very well for associate nations and countries where cricket is under progress and growing. But for nations like India, New Zealand, Australia, England, South Africa, where cricket is already huge, I really do not buy this argument. Because in my eyes, cricket is, especially women's cricket, is big enough now to take a next step, which is play more test matches, and the domestic circuit needs to have a red ball structure for women. Female cricketers have for a long time been asking to take a next step in their growth. And I feel now is the time when each and every board should look at the mirror and say, okay, now is the time we should make red ball cricket compulsory in a domestic circuit for women. Ask any male cricketer, they will tell you exactly the value of test cricket and what it can do for a cricketing nation's growth. It is a format where player grinds and master their skills. They build that robust mindset so they can overcome any challenge thrown at them. But most importantly, they learn to focus over a long period of time. Just look at the greats in men's cricket. Whether it's batters like Viv Richards, Sachin Tendulkar, Virat Kohli, or bowlers like Richard Hadley, Wasim Akram, Dale Steyn, Muthiah Muralitharan, Shane Warne. They have all bossed the longest format of the game. Therefore, they are one of the greatest to have played this game. And remember, we live in 2023 where we talk about providing equal opportunities to female athletes. We talk about treating sports equally, irrespective of gender. But there are a lot of us who are not ready to invest heavily in the game which is called the pinnacle of cricket for the other half of the population, which is equally important. And I'm not the only one who advocates for women to play more test matches. A lot of current and former cricketers have been asking the boards and the ICC to arrange more test matches because this is the next step women's cricket needs to take to grow and to achieve a different level. So this step to make red ball cricket compulsory for women could lead to more fan engagement. It could also inspire young girls to not only aspire to become white ball greats but also red ball greats. That can in fact lead to more revenue for the board, which they can invest back into the game, especially for women. Just look at England's women's football national team, for example. The board decided to invest heavily in their own league a few years back. And today they have plenty of talents coming through the system. The results are there to be shown, both domestically and globally. They finished 4th in the 2019 World Cup. They are current European champions and they finished 2nd on the podium during the recently concluded World Cup in Australia. So that's all for this video, guys. If you have learned anything new today, don't forget to press that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next video.